Hey everyone, how's it going? It's Jewel and Arit here.
Hello.
And welcome to the Essetino Weekly Mastermind, episode number 70.
Yes, welcome everybody to another Thursday Mastermind live stream. My name is Orit, and this right here is Jewel, and we are founders of Essetino Artists, where we help you simplify your marketing so you can amplify your results and make more money doing what you love. So we host these live streams every single Thursday to hang out with a really cool, supportive, creative network of other entrepreneurs, and also to be a resource for you if you have any questions from something that you've seen on the channel or in the Facebook group. So let's say hello to some people. Let's welcome you in here. And please, as you're coming in, let us know how your week has been.
Yeah, share your wins. We like to go off of the high vibes energy and spread it around for everyone. So let us know your wins as we say hello, and we'll share a really cool win that we just found out about last night.
Yes.
All right, so we've got Lisa in the house. Hey, Lisa, how's it going? She says
Hi,
hello
Lisa.
to everybody.
Glad you could stay today, Lisa.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
And Teddy B says, I have arrived.
Teddy B's in the house. Hello, Teddy. How has your week been?
And Timothy says, hi there, Jewel and Arit. Love the fabulous sunset. Yeah, we'll catch the sunset. I believe there's going to be a time change happening soon. So then next time when we go on, it'll just be dark.
It was really beautiful. Just as like before we came on to this live stream, the sky looked like it was on fire. It was beautiful.
Yeah, it was Armageddon type feel.
Yeah. So. And hello, Ellie.
We've got Ellie in the house. Hey, how's it going?
How are you?
We've got Brenda. Hey, Brenda.
Hello.
Great to see you again. Oh, and we've got CF Moto Side Rider.
Nice. Oh, Roland, I am liking your new avatar image. Very cool.
That's so cool. Yeah, that's Roland for everybody who doesn't know. And while people are joining on, let's share our cool win that we had. It was actually a client's win, but we also share in the win as well. Yeah, it's also our win. So we have been managing this YouTube channel for these two real estate investors in Alberta, and they have what their issue was is that they had a lot of content. So they had 2 years of live streams. They were only live streaming to their Facebook group before they contacted us. And then we said, why are you only live streaming to your Facebook group? You should also be putting those live streams or on YouTube or live streaming continuously at the same time. Mm-hmm. And they're like, yeah, great idea. We would love to do that. So they basically hired us on to take on their channel, and we run and manage the whole thing. They just give us the content, which is their live streams that they do every Tuesdays for free in their Facebook group and now on their YouTube channel. Anyways, long story short, I have been uploading videos for them once a week since February 6th, and it's been 40 videos. And last night they messaged and said that they got a sign up to their high-end premium coaching program that they offer. And it was because they saw one of their YouTube videos. They found them in the search. They saw a video, joined their Facebook group, their free Facebook group, and then did one of their free boot camps that they often do every couple of months and signed up for their high-end coaching, which costs $10,000 a year for their program. They offer this crazy, amazing mentorship program if you're into real estate investing in Canada, and it's $10,000 a year. And they got it from a YouTube video, and their channel is not even monetized yet. They only have 1,500 subscribers, and they haven't even got the watch hours, and they get less than 100 views per video.
Yeah, it's pretty amazing. We were so excited to hear their success, and it's just another example of how you don't need to be a massive channel to start earning money from YouTube. Like Jewel said, they're not even monetized yet, and they earned their first $10,000 sale from a YouTube video. So you never know who's watching. You never know the opportunities that can come out of just putting yourself out there. And I'm not just talking about monetary opportunities like making more money, but really cool,
crazy opportunities,
yeah,
like
sponsorships, collaborations.
Like that time I got to interview William Hung from American Idol.
Exactly.
That happened because of YouTube.
Or Danielle Laporte, I had interviewed her, Evan Carmichael, just really cool things and joint ventures. And so it's really exciting. And that just all comes out from putting yourself out there consistently on YouTube.
Yeah. And like I said, mainly their content is from their live streams. And I will come into their live streams and I pick out certain parts of their live streams to create smaller videos for them. So they're not even really filming dedicated videos for YouTube. They're actually just doing this free live stream that they've been doing.
Repurposing content.
Yeah, and I'm repurposing their content for them.
Yeah.
So that's amazing. That was when we heard that, we were like ecstatic, and they were obviously really happy, and I'm so excited for their YouTube channel. All right. So we've got Jojo in the house. Hey, Jojo.
Hi, Jojo. How's it going? And by the way, guys, our special guest is waiting behind the scenes. We'll talk about that in a second.
Yeah, they're in the green room right now.
Yeah. Got a surprise for you guys. All right. Timothy says, well, I'm so excited for your successes. Thank you, Timothy.
Thank you. Yeah, it was amazing to hear that. I was so happy for them. Wow, such a cool story and win.
I love these stories.
And you did a post about business, like you were doing business on the top, Christmas socks on the bottom.
Oh, yeah.
And then you actually got a comment, like a crazy comment from someone.
Yeah, that's another win that just came in like a few minutes ago. So yeah, I did an Instagram post. If you,
the top.
You guys are following me on Instagram, it's at Arit Esselin. But anyways, yeah, I did this post where I'm like, all right, Zoom ready on the top, because I was doing a YouTube coaching call, and Christmas ready for a party on the bottom. So anyways, I was just posting this here, and then I got a comment from someone that I hadn't heard from in a year. And it's her name is Hua, and I actually had a call with her a year ago, a Zoom call on Instagram, like regarding Instagram coaching and just coming up with a content strategy for Instagram. And she messaged on that picture and said, hey, Arit, I just want to thank you for our Zoom call we had almost a year ago. It changed my business and branding to something I always wanted to do, but was afraid to do. And I love reading those comments. I love hearing your guys' successes. It was just so rewarding, especially since I hadn't heard from her in a long time.
And it was just from that one call. You never know who you can impact.
Yeah, absolutely. Hi, Peter. How's it going?
We got Peter Dell, and we've got Rye in the house. Hey, Rye.
Hello, Rye.
YouTube is hard work, but it can also be quite rewarding.
Yes.
And Lisa says, you can't wait until the 21st of this month because it's going to be your nephew's birthday. That's amazing.
Awesome.
You're turning 16. I know you love birthdays.
Yeah.
Arit already had hers, and mine's not happening until March. And Jojo says, that's awesome. There's so many good creators out there with their own journeys in YouTube and unique stories to tell. Yes, everybody's unique. And Brenda, great successes for you and your clients. Congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you.
It is mind-blowing. And when you understand the marketing of things, you don't need a huge amount of views to do what we just did there. Like I said, that video likely had less than 100 views, but it turned into a $10,000 client for them per year because they run this annual membership, and so you have to renew that every year.
Yeah. And it is not the client that we're talking about that's behind the partition, but we will unveil very soon.
Good evening, everyone. Only 150 hours to get to my 4,000 watch hours. Almost a win.
Yes.
That is a win that you're almost there.
That's amazing.
Remind me, I will play some of your playlist videos and I'll just let it rip. and I'll just let them
Yeah,
play.
that's a good idea. I'll do that on my phone as well.
So just remind me. There's so many messages that we get, but just remind me and I'll do it. And then people are congratulating Tracy.
Awesome, awesome.
And then Teddy said, and here I thought 300 to 500 views sucked. Yeah, that's the thing. It's not the quantity of views, it's the quality of views.
Yeah.
And it all comes down to, what are you trying to do with your YouTube video? Are you trying to get a new client? Are you trying to make a course sale? Are you trying to go for celebrity status? Because there are people that are going for that. Then if you are going for celebrity status, then yes, the views and the subscribers do matter. So
Yeah.
it really depends what you're going for on your videos.
All views are not created equal, and views don't tell the full story just by looking at number of views.
All right, so let's bring on our special guest here. Okay, they're behind in the green room digitally. Let me just unmute.
We didn't have we should have had an intro. Yeah. Okay. So
here we go.
Hello, hello, hello.
Don is in
Hello.
the house from Digging in Deep with Don. Hello,
Absolutely.
Don.
This is Don's World here. It's my new background. So you've entered Don's World, and it's great to be on this side of the fence. It's absolutely fantastic. And thank you for the opportunity for having me here. I really do appreciate it. And I really love this show every week.
Awesome.
Nice.
So how this came about that Don is here right now on the live stream is, remember when we were in Whistler and we had done a live stream while we were in Whistler, and we actually had a coaching call with Don about his YouTube channel. And you were having some trouble getting the videos out there, kind of getting in your head. And then I had invited you and said, hey, you know, I want to push you and your limits here. How about coming on to the live stream and putting yourself out there in front of everyone live? And then you accepted the challenge, and here you are now. So let us know what your YouTube channel is about, Don.
Right now, it's, oh God, I just want to, every time I see somebody, I see everybody like walking down the street, and I see creativity in people embedded, whether it's a book or a Netflix show or music or something. And that's how I see people when they walk. I don't see a person. I see unlimited creativity in people. And I think a lot of people need to get that out in some way. And that's what I'm encouraging, because it's actually for myself, because I've been really dormant with my creativity, and only now am I flourishing with my creativity. And approaching 63, so I'm a late bloomer. So this is my time to be creative and to hopefully help one person bring out something that's dormant. And that's what I do, and give people like unusual tasks, things that are just off mainstream, something that nobody else is doing. And I also kind of not attack what others are doing, going, maybe that's not the right way. Try it a different way to bring your creativity out into the flow. YouTube especially. Yeah.
That's amazing. And
Yeah.
seeing your progress since having that meeting with you in Whistler. And I think last week you had posted in the YouTube SEO group that you got to your 10 uploads, 10 videos on your channel. And I was so happy to see that you had gotten to 10 uploads. How did that feel for you?
Well, you know, just the idea is progression for me to say my channel. That just to say that is an advancement, because I'm a procrastinator and a perfectionist, and like I'm the type of person that I will never die, because I will keep putting it off. When my time comes, I'll say, no, I'm not ready. So I'm going to live forever. And being a procrastinator and a perfectionist has really frustrated me in life. And finally, I'm just going with the flow. So that's what.
So Don, how did you overcome that though? Because you went from having no videos on the channel to having your first 10 uploads. So what, walk us through, like, how did you get over that? Or was it something that you overcame, or maybe you just went through it and you're still through it now?
encourage everybody to join your what's a dream-driven entrepreneur level, and having the meetings with you two really pushed me gently, like a nice little push. And I got all the lighting and I got all the microphones, and I said to Jill, I said, is everything okay? The lighting, the mics, and all that stuff. She goes, yeah, everything's fine. Just speak. Just forget about everything else and just speak. Just get started. And I did, and I threw away all the fears, and I did it. And once you start with one, you're going to go to another. And I think that very first one is the first step. And I do appreciate the meetings because it's very casual and nice, and just like talking to YouTube buddies. Or if you want to join, you could pick their brains for as much as you want. But I found it very fluid, very free, and I like the monthly deal. And it's kind of funny what gets people started. And Jewel said, just speak nicely, and I said, and I did. So, and as one important point, the more I'm doing it, I'm finding myself more comfortable. In the last couple of videos, I'm getting more comfortable and more comfortable as time goes on. And my style is raw, nothing fancy, no music. And that's the way I'm keeping it. And I want to keep it where my heart lies, and I might get creative. But that's the thing. You need good coaching, good teachers. And
that's amazing, Don.
Yeah. The call is very cool. And it's kind of like, oh, let's have our monthly meeting. And every month I've progressed seriously in my head. And that's
amazing. Guys, what Don is talking about, and thank you for the pitch. We didn't expect you to talk about that, but what he's talking about is the membership. We have several levels of channel of memberships on the YouTube channel. Yeah, and Don is a member at the highest level there, so that's what he was referring to.
He gets a 30-minute call with us every month, and he can talk about whatever he wants. And we have been talking about YouTube and getting started. And on that second meeting, we're like, oh, how come you stopped? And then we dug a little deeper, and then we're like, okay, figuring out what's actually holding you back. And then I literally said, you just need to start. That's how you're going to get better.
It's always the hardest, like that first video or that first song or the first page to write is always the hardest. And there's a book called The Artist's Way. Have you read that, Don?
Yes, I have in my history. Yes, it's a classic.
That book is amazing, and it really just helps you move past those blocks by doing that thing that you're avoiding every single day. And I forget the term. It's like artist pages or something. Like if you're a writer, for example, she makes you dedicate yourself to writing one page a day, just like free flowing and thoughts. And it kind of, like you said, in that process of creating, it doesn't have to be writing, whatever it is, filming or singing. You're finding yourself. You're finding your voice. And that's what we're doing here on YouTube. It's a platform. You have the stage, right? Your channel. You have the stage to be who you are and to share what it is that you would like with the world. So, I think that's really cool.
Yeah, I'm famous for saying, people who have 10,000 views, 1 million views, everybody started with one view, one subscriber, every single person. So everyone starts with one. And the potential starts with one, then it starts to build. So there was one person who bought the Microsoft, Apple computers and all that. There's always the first person to do things. So always starts with one. And we're all on an equal playing field. And there's a lot of myths about YouTube, and I'm just destroying these myths one by one, and it's only created in my head. So I'm just getting over, and the fear was never there anyways. It never really ended up it was just me with my fears, and I just did it, and I'm still here, so. And also one point is that I'm sort of doing things my way. I'm fortunate at my own speed, at my own pace, in my own way, and I don't have that pressure. And I'm fortunate I can do that. Not everyone can, but and it's come out more fluid. So because I was a lot of pressure doing the first one, and then after that, it got easier for me to do that. Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Let's say hello to some people. I see that people are asking what your channel link is, so I'm actually going to share that from my phone. So, Ori, why don't you go through?
Yeah.
We've got Alan De Leon here from
Hi,
watching
Alan.
from the Philippines. Side note from Alan, I'm actually going to be on his live stream next Monday, and he does his YouTube channel in Tagalog language, which is the Filipino language. So let's see how that goes. I think Alan might be speaking to me in Tagalog, and I'll be responding in English because I can understand it. And I'll give you guys more details. But yeah, next week on his live stream show, I'll be on his show.
Yeah, and I hope you enjoyed that video, Alan.
Yes.
With the
And congratulations,
milestones.
Alan hit 20,000 subscribers.
Yes, amazing. You have Timothy saying hello, and Ellie, and Roland, CF Moto.
Everybody's giving you support, Don.
Yeah, you got to support each other because someone else's win is my win too. It's a shared win, and we're all equal. And when I give, I give first, get second, get back second. So I want to give to people. And one thing beautiful, YouTube, it's archived. It's like a library. Somebody could watch this 10 years from now, and potentially 5 years from now, potentially I could help. And I'm just here to help people. If I say one word, because I've got some great lessons in life. Somebody said one thing to me, and it just catapulted me into creativity or whatever. So, this is a live thing that, and down the road, somebody could be watching this. So this is perpetual, and that's YouTube. Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah, your content will live, like it has a longer shelf life on YouTube, and people, as long as the platform's alive, your content stays alive, right? And it's funny that you're saying that it almost becomes like your own chronicles or memory book, because we've had this channel for years now, and like to see all of our adventures and the vlogs and the trips that we went on, and what we were like doing tutorials like 5 years ago. I don't know, like, don't go back and watch those videos, but
some people do.
But yeah, it's like, it's really interesting to see that growth and that journey across video footage, right? So
all right, I shared Don's channel down in the comments.
Yeah, it's in the comments, guys. If you want to check it out, give him some love and support, subscribe.
People are saying hello. Hey, activate LA.
Hello.
And he says, please don't forget to hit that like button.
That's
awesome. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
And the channel's name is Digging In Deep with Dawn, and the link should be further down there.
Yeah.
And people are subscribing to your channel, Dawn.
Fantastic. Yeah. This is on purpose. I just also, one thing I just want to cover is another promotion. Arit has a great song called Masterpiece, right? And no, I'm just telling you events in my life. I don't promote it, but and then I did this song, and I looped, and it played over and over and over again. It's a guaranteed positive reinforcement. So I had that looping all the time while I'm cooking or while I'm doing things. It's going over again. But there's one part in the song. Is that a siren that's in that song? A siren sounds?
As a siren?
Yeah, it's like a siren. It's got that.
Oh, yes.
Yeah. And I thought, well, you better get creative. You better design your life, or the masterpiece police are just going to come after you, kind of thing, right? So, but and we always talk about positive motivation with Earl Nightingale and stuff like that. So you got to have something to kind of promote yourself to yourself. So yeah, I do appreciate that song. And another thing that motivated to make my life a masterpiece, and then share it with other people, because
there's a line in that song called grab the mic, the pen, the brush, hush the haters, blow the dust, right? So it's just like, just grab your tools that you need to grab, and just go for it. Just do it. And I love that you shared that with me, Dawn. Thank you for sharing that.
And then it said, slow down. There's one part. I go, yeah,
yes,
slow down with what you're doing. Just slow it down,
Take a
yes, with what you're trying to do. Just calm down, slow down, just do it. And then you could always tweak what you don't like, the next show,
Right.
Yeah.
If you guys have Spotify or anything like that, Reet has an actual song on Spotify. She is a Canadian recording artist. For those of you who don't know, we toured across Canada in our earlier entrepreneurial life. A recording company actually, Reet was signed to them, but then we were also hired to do their social media, and we toured across Canada, driving in a bus, taking the planes, a new city every day. It was the craziness of tour life. And she has this song called Masterpiece, and it's on Spotify. Type in Reet's name and Masterpiece. And she wrote it for the creative, and it's an awesome song. It's like kind of like a cinematic, epic type song.
It's a haunting song. I find haunting. Oh,
because we haunt ourselves, Dawn. We haunt ourselves. I wrote that because we get, so as creatives, we get in our head with the perfectionism, procrastination, and all this stuff. And it's like, just take a beat, slow down, just grab what you need to do and just do it. Just do it. And it gets easier, the more you do something, it's like a muscle that you need to work over and over again. You're practicing your creativity. You're practicing who you are. And it's something that we shouldn't feel inhibited to do or to be. But, for whatever reason we are, as we grow older, we get even more so that way. So I wrote that song specifically for that reason, just to be a motivating song to just, allow the creative to be.
Some people are asking for the link. There is also like a lyric video that I created to the song. So if you don't have Spotify or anything, I'm going to put it in the chat right now. And then while I'm doing that, Dawn, you can answer this question from Roland of CF Moto. What did you do for a living?
No, that's real. That's a real right on, fabulous. And I think Roland's from Ontario somewhere, and I'm from
we both are in Ontario. Yep.
Peterborough or something, but he can let me know. But that's a super great question. I had to take some time off from work, and historically, I've been in food service. I work at Whole Foods, and that's more a U.S. company and an Ontario company, and I'm on leave. And it's a fabulous question because I'm thinking of retiring, and I haven't told them yet. So it's a real huge thing to retire, and then I'm going to think, well, what am I going to do with my time? I could do YouTube and that, but that's a good question. I've been in food service for many years, and I was into computers. And when you work with computer systems, you're alone. So I said, I don't want to work alone anymore. So I went into the field. So that question is really time sensitive. So I think I'm going to retire, but I haven't told them yet. So, but I've got to decide it in November. So thank you for that question. It's so right on. Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Brenda says, I get what Dawn is sharing.
Yeah.
Felt sick to my stomach after I put up my first video. I felt so exposed to be judged, but I'm still at it. That is my win. And the thing is, you are always going to be judged, whether you want to or not. It's just that you can't care what people think. It's like you care, but then you don't care. You know what I mean? You can't care to the point where it's like gonna stop you.
Silences you.
Yeah. But then also care when someone actually likes your stuff, then you care, and then you feed off of that energy. You want to pay attention to the people that vibe with your energy, because it doesn't matter how nice you are, how much cool information you give. There's always going to be someone who has something horrible to say.
Can I say something here? One of my nuggets is that you can't control what other people say, and you can't control what other people do, and you cannot control what how people behave. All you can do is control what you think and what you do and how you behave. and you're not going to be everyone's cup of tea, because not everybody likes tea, they like coffee. So it's so true. And what I've learned by our sessions is that you will draw the people who like you, and they're all predisposed anyways. They're out there, and you got to find out people are going to like you and for you, and that's who you want. And you don't care what other people. It's too much stress on you to worry about what other people think of you, because it's not important. If they don't like you, why do you care? You only care about who is supporting you. It makes sense to me. That's
I
my
couldn't have said that better. Yes.
Yeah,
Perfect.
that's amazing.
yeah. And don't waste your time or your energy on the non-supporters, because I like a lot of things, and I dislike a lot of things. I'm surprised what people like, and I don't like that, and I'm surprised what people dislike. So I'm on both sides of the channel. I have a channel, plus I watch channels, so I only watch what I like, and I'm not wasting my time on things that don't work. Yeah.
And it's okay. At the end of the day, it's okay, right? You focus on the people who do resonate with you and your content and your brand, and just keep. It's so important to stay authentic when you're putting yourself out there and being on video, and that feeling of like feeling exposed and feeling like that wasn't good enough, that video, it's something that eases over time. It really does, but it's so hard to just get started initially. So
they're all myths. These are all myths. What you're doing. You just gotta, because I did something about one of my shows was I'm an anti bucket list person. That bucket list was going around for many years. I go, when you decide to do something, make sure it's from your heart, because a lot of people spend a lot of time on things that end up it wasn't the right thing. So if you do something, make sure it's authentic and it's from the heart. Otherwise, you'll end up being disappointed. And the heart never lies. You do something from the heart, it's true, and it'll never lie, and it'll always support you. So, yeah.
Awesome. Shared your link. People are already subscribing, and shout out to Little Garden on the Prairies for the super sticker. Appreciate it, Tracy.
Thank you, Tracy.
That's amazing. Thank you so much. And yeah, you'll get to your 4,000 watch hours soon.
Yes. I will play a playlist of yours on my phone after those live streams.
You got a new subscriber from Liat.
Thank you. Thank you, everybody. I really do appreciate that. And you're going to get something back. Whoever subscribes to me, you'll get that in some way. And I can't tell you what it is, but it's going to be remarkable. Because once you give, you're going to get tenfold back in known and unknown ways. And that's my philosophy on life. Give first, receive second. Or give without wanting anything back. That's the best part. You're giving for no reason. I don't care. Yeah.
That's how our business changed when I learned that concept. It was that, I'm just going to focus on actually helping people, just helping as many people as I can. Because I felt like I woke up in 2009 when I read that book, The Secret. I felt like I just started my life in 2009, honestly. And so I want others to feel that as well, to feel the same drive and intensity that we have for what we do. I'm just as excited today as I was 10, 11 years ago. It has never faded. And when you have that, it's amazing. And so that's why we want you guys to start anything on what you want to do. If you don't want to start a YouTube channel, don't start a YouTube channel. If you wanted to be a painter and do that, do that. If you want a 9-to-5 job, then go ahead and do that, as long as you're happy and that's what you want to do.
But the magic lies with this YouTube now. It's the open door. I'm doing other things now. It's kind of like, okay, if you can do that, there's other things I want to do too. It was and what I've learned from YouTube, I can carry over to other creative aspects. Well, because YouTube is, it's the wild, wild west. It's everything, but just stay within the parameters of YouTube, because YouTube is your boss, and you got to stay within that tight squeeze, of YouTube. So yeah, it's a great boss. So just play in the good game with them, because it reminds me, I was watching this girl and she was dancing, and she said, well, I was I got 10 million views, and I'm not being paid by YouTube. It was a copyright something, and I'm not getting paid. And I'm going, hold on here. I want to hear both sides before I overreact. I thought, you're not treating your boss very well. And I go, don't be doing that against YouTube. I mean, and she's still on. I'm going, well, but I wanted to hear her whole story. And I go, I don't understand why she's not getting paid. But it wasn't discouraging me. I thought it was just kind of odd, her feelings towards YouTube. I go, no, it's your boss. Stay in the game, do the parameters, and you'll be fine.
Yeah, understand the game that you are.
Game. Because it's a social reflection of society, where society is right now. So it's your barometer. And
The whole thing is the game.
Yeah. The game of life. It's not just, there's a game within a game within a game.
We are the players in the Monopoly or whatever it is, whatever board game you want to play. We're playing a game.
But too, buddy, I like that merit system. I was so close to 10, and then I was like 9. I go, do it, and I did it like the next day. I go, come on. I find these little things in life just are not these big things going on. These tiny little things. Whoa.
Yes.
And really, and now I'm looking at it.
Those small wins really count.
Everybody with another. I don't know if I would have got there if I wasn't a student of yours, and I don't know if other teachers promote that, but TubeBuddy is just a great.
I know that a lot of people don't talk about small wins, and those things, they all matter. They all stack up. Everything stacks up, and we say it more verbally now, because we had someone that we were working with that I think they hit 100,000 subscribers, and they didn't even celebrate. And they had the YouTube silver play button, and they're like, yeah, I just kind of opened it. And I'm like, what? Like, we got a whole cake made when we hit 20,000 subscribers, and I'm going to do, a cool thing when we hit 50,000. And so you have to celebrate the small wins, whatever it is, because if you're only waiting for the big one, then you'll be so disappointed, and you want those little wins to get to that really big win, right? It's again, like the board game thing. It's a game. Everything is a game.
Yeah, don't downplay all of the progress that you've made. You've worked really hard to get to where you are, and don't compare yourself to other people to where they're at, because this is, you can't compare your beginning, if you're just starting out on YouTube, to somebody else's middle or further down the road, right? We've all started someplace, and we're all going someplace. So, let's make it a fun ride.
And then when I was growing up, I'm sorry to interrupt, but this was not around. And I'm fortunate to see the history of all this stuff, and just wasn't around. And now it's an open, I never had all of this. And now I'm going, wow, I'm overwhelmed. And I say, this is my time. And also, it's never too late. I've started my things now, and because I can, because many reasons, it's out there. So it's never too late. And I'm hoping somebody, maybe in my age range or older even, to promote them, kind of thing, right? I'm here for a reason, right? And you're never too late for anything, because you can always learn something. But the secret is to find good teachers. I'm always lucky I've found fantastic teachers in my life, and secret, find a good teacher, and then it's yours.
Awesome.
Yeah.
You got a new subscriber from Brenda. I've subbed to Don's channel. As a creative, I'm interested to watch his videos. Amazing. Tracy says, thanks, Jewel and Reed. I always leave this weekly chat feeling motivated and supported. This is why we created this weekly live stream, is for that exact reason. And
going back to the masterpiece song,
I posted the link down in the chat there to Arit's song. It's also on Spotify.
Make sure you loop that thing. Make sure you put on your phone, loop, because I'm listening to it, and then then I go into the shower, and I come out, and it says, "Make your life a masterpiece." Like it won't end. It just keeps going. It doesn't matter. And I play it loud, and my neighbors are listening to this. I'm motivating them. Like I'm changing their lives, and they don't even know it.
It's become your anthem. I love it.
Yeah, I said their life's changed, and I really didn't intend that. I only intend for my. And I'm hearing these people come by. What's that? And it's looping. It's like, oh, I hear that all day long. Okay, great. Maybe I'll make my life a masterpiece. I don't know. I just might.
And you've got another subscriber from JoJo. That's amazing. And here was that link that I posted. It's the lyric video to the song. And we've got Scott in the house. Hey, Scott,
Hi,
you were
Scott.
a fan of Jewel's music growing up. It's not me. It's the actual singer, Jewel, who was from the 90s. And yeah, she had some cool music.
I was a fan too.
You guys should watch her story. She has an interview with like Gary Vaynerchuk and a bunch of other people. She started out in her car, like she was homeless. And then she got like, she's an amazing positive person too. And her story of getting a record deal and all that, I highly recommend the one with Gary Vaynerchuk, which was a couple of years ago. And we've got BV. You're bound to get judged. You will get judged.
Yes,
you will.
And the more you put yourself out there, the more you will get those types of comments, and people just come out of the woodworks, and it's really interesting how that works. And yeah, I mean, as long as you believe strongly in your message and you believe in what it is that you're doing and you're sharing, you can bulldoze those people. Like, you just put the side blinders on and just keep going. And we talked about this previously. Kill them with kindness. Right?
Yeah, because we are being judged right now. You might be seeing our Facebook ads or Instagram ads to our YouTube SEO course. We are majorly getting judged right now. We get like a bunch of hate comments. Whenever people run ads, people just love to write the craziest comments, these crazy negative comments. And we've been doing this thing where we've been doing just like kindness back. I'll go and check them out. So they'll do some crazy hate comment. And then I'll go, there was one that was an actual amazing painter, and he had his own YouTube channel. And I went to go check out his channel, and I came back to the comment, and he had said all this, I can't swear on here, but yeah, he said like this crazy stuff. And I just responded with, hey, I just checked out your channel. You're an amazing artist. You know, your thumbnails could use some work and some titles, but keep at it. Like, I said something really encouraging, and I actually meant it. And the conversation turned into, he was asking when our live stream was and like when to attend. It turned around into that. And there was another one that Arik got on Instagram where we were cheering them on, and all I could respond back with was fire emoji, which usually means that's lit. So it's hard for people to still do hate comments when you're being really nice.
Yeah.
Timothy says, Brenda, you will only be judged by those who are afraid to do what you do. You are brave. They are weak. Amazing. BB likes that comment that you used with the tea and the coffee. And I often use that reference with pizza. So when I people like different flavors of pizza, and it's like, well, why don't you like pepperoni and why don't you like that? It's because literally people have different choices and people like different things, and you don't trash the other flavor of pizza because you don't like it. You just don't like it, you know? So you don't need to like go all negative and be,
why do you like Hawaiian?
Yeah.
I find hate jealousy. There's a jealousy, and that's a cool word. There's a jealousy under there, and that's all it really is, you know. If anything says anything, it's jealous, you know. And I go, okay, then you go with your tube, and I'll go with my tube, and we can all be friends, right? Under the same umbrella, right? Yeah.
Scott says you read and forget 100 positive comments, but one negative comment.
Yes, that's true.
For a while.
Yes. Totally true.
Yeah.
Shout out to Timothy for the super sticker.
Thank you, Timothy.
Thank you so much, Timothy, for supporting the channel.
That's awesome.
You guys, if you're into airbrushing art and want to learn it, check out his channel. Or even if you just want to watch his amazing artistry.
Yeah.
He does a live stream as well, and he's doing his airbrush paintings, and they're amazing to watch.
Yeah, there's some great players on this channel, you know, and I subscribe to them. You know, certain things I'm not really interested in or know anything about, but the Bitcoin one, the Teddy B one, that's a difficult one, but I'm still a subscriber. But one day, if I'm into it, I'll go to Teddy B, you know, or if I want to hang a kayak, I'll know. I'll go to roll it, right?
Yes.
Maybe you can help me hang my map or something. But that was so understated, that one. It was so cool and very understated. And I went, okay.
That was a hilarious.
We'll back to laugh on that one, but I don't think he meant it to be funny, but it ended up better than he thought.
I think so too.
He actually asked us. I think he sent us a link before putting it up, and he's like, "Should I still post this, even though this happened?" And I'm like, "Yeah, let's do it. It makes it authentic. It makes it real, and it's funny. Yeah, it adds a humorous element to it. So
because we all have had hanging kayak similarities in our lives where things just aren't working out, and our kayaks are,
and it just drops
down. We go, should I laugh here, or should I cry here, or should I just let it go? Just let it go and let the universe figure all the. So the kayak story is one of my gems that I put in my golden bag.
I love it.
That's amazing.
Yes.
Roland says, I read 12 pages of The Secret this morning. How did you like it, Roland?
That's awesome.
Scott says, comparison is the thief of joy.
There's a lot of quotables today. A lot of good tweetable moments.
Quotable.
I love it.
Matt says, Dawn, you're hilarious. Love it.
Oh, love it. Love. Okay, sure. Yeah.
She's also from Ontario.
Oh my God.
And
Canadian too, right? We're all Canadians on different side. My wife has a cousin in Vancouver, and I talk to her every now and again. We're talking about the weather. We have 4 seasons in Ontario, and you have like 2, right? Rain and no rain, right?
We have 4.
We have 4, but it's like
raining or not. Heavy rain, light rain, or no rain. No.
Yeah, rain or no rain. Exactly.
I'll visit Vancouver one day to visit her cousin, and I will.
Amazing.
Thank you so much, Rye, for your donation here. Awesome stream as usual.
Thank you, Rye. Appreciate it.
Brenda says, you saved my song Masterpiece to one of the playlists on my YouTube channel. Amazing. Thank you for doing that, Brenda. It's there now for me and for visitors from my channel to be inspired.
Whoa, awesome. Thank you, Brenda. That song, she really poured her heart and soul and creativity into that song.
I dug deep, digging in deep.
It came from her soul. You see that? It emanates. It touches my soul too, right? And it's soul to soul. And musically, it's quite done very well. It's got a nice little haunting beat to it, It could end up on some Netflix show or something for sure, right? It could end up somewhere where it fits, right? Yeah.
Amazing. Sicilian pizza is the best here in NYC. Is that where, is it NYC or is it Boston, the deep dish?
I think it's Chicago. Deep dish pizza is Chicago?
Okay,
I don't know. I had it once and it was crazy. It was like a crazy bowl of pizza. It was very
pizza. Wow.
Brenda says, thanks for the encouragement and wise words, everyone. Lisa's gotta go. Thank you, everybody, and be safe. Amazing. Thank you, Lisa.
Have a good night, Lisa.
There is a lot of money to be made in crypto.
If you understand it.
Yes. Yeah.
I stick to stocks, and my Facebook stocks shot up after the name change.
Oh,
so talk about getting things that you couldn't predict. I don't like to tell a lot of people because they may be jealous, but the stock did jump up, and I didn't expect that. I guess that's my weekly win. I got name change. Right? There you go. Thank you, Facebook. Right.
There was another stock called Meta.
Meta Facebook.
No,
there's another company named.
I can't remember what it is. I think it's also. I don't know if it's also technology. Scott would know this.
Yeah.
But I know this because I was looking it up for Scott's thumbnail. I was designing Scott's thumbnail and I was looking up Meta. And it's so funny that their stock went up too when Facebook announced the name change. But
they're a completely different company.
Have nothing to do with Facebook. So it's funny how things work that way.
Jojo says, kill him with kindness. It actually works. And I learned it doing that tactic from Gary Vaynerchuk. He has many people that judge him because he's very boisterous and he has a certain opinion about things. And so some people like it, some people don't. And I think he called out one of his haters and he like called him on the phone or something and actually had a conversation, and it turned out to be fine, you know. Sometimes people are just hiding behind the words.
Yeah, for some reason it just seems easier to, you know, shoot a gun or like fire at someone just with words from behind the screen. It's crazy. Have a good night, Lisa. Yes.
Roland says he showed you with the kayak what not to do. That's what the video was.
But an amazing metaphor came out of that.
Huge.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it was unintended. That's the beautiful. Was not planned. Very ad lib. Very unrehearsed. I'm sure.
Well, some of the best things come out of that.
They do. Yeah, I know. Yes.
It's a square pizza. Oh, I did not know that.
Now Roland wants pizza. Crazy. Well, before we wrap it up here, Dawn, do you have any last message? How was your experience here live in front of so many people from different parts of the world? Your first live stream, I think. How was it for you?
Fabulous. When I first started the YouTube, I would rehearse and practice everything, and then I felt more comfortable doing it live and more spontaneous. I compared both the rehearsal, and then I felt better, more comfortable doing. But that works for me. So, but I really appreciate the support and the subs. And if I could help one person with whatever I do in life, my world's complete. And I'm glad I said yes to this. And I'm so glad that you honored to have me here, because I'm here every week, and I always come. I always get something at the end of the night. It's time well spent. It's like 10 o'clock in Toronto, so it's late for me. But I'll just fall asleep with these lessons in my head, and then wake up to masterpiece in the morning. Thank you, everybody, and I'm so glad I did this.
Yeah,
Another thing.
Yes, it's another win. I'm glad you stepped up. I know it can be totally scary to put yourself out there, be on a live stream in front of everyone, but you did it, and you did it amazing. Everybody's loving it. You got some new subscribers, and we look forward to the next videos on your channel.
And we have a meeting in another week too, the monthly meeting.
Yes.
Yeah, and we'll see what's going to go on from there. Yeah.
That's right.
Amazing. Thank you so much, Dawn. And thank you everyone for showing support to Dawn's channel. We appreciate it. We'll see you next week for the Essetino Weekly Mastermind episode number 71.
That's right. See you then, everybody. Thank you so much for showing up here tonight, and for all of your support and the people who donated as well. Hope you all have a great rest of the week. We'll see you next Thursday, 6 p.m. PST, 9 p.m. Eastern. Bye for now.